So what's going on, guys? My name is MrDalekJD, and in this video we're going to be discussing something very interesting to the storyline of Black Ops 3 Zombies with Zetsubou no Shima. We have a particular cipher as well as two hidden radios around the map which suggest something brand new with Dr. Maxis. Now, we had contact with Dr. Maxis in the Giant, but when it came to Der Eisendrache there was no communication with Dr. Maxis whatsoever. But now we're back here on Zetsubou no Shima. It appears that we're getting contact from him through two radios as well as a hidden cipher, although this hidden cipher is actually in the perspective of someone else. I say that as this cipher doesn't quite sound like Dr. Maxis is speaking here, but this is very interesting for the story, so if you guys do enjoy this, drop a like rating and let me know. Now, the cipher we're talking about here is on this blackboard here in the room where you build the KT-4, and this code was deciphered by Liz is a Dolphin over on the CallOfDutyZombies.com forum. I'll leave a link down below to the original thread where you can see this ridiculous cipher transformed. It is a letters number cipher, and this translates to this message. Edward, as you know, it is imperative you and the group find the exact versions of yourselves that I have highlighted in each universe. Only by killing that version of yourself in that particular universe at that particular moment in time will we be successful. Once each of your other selves are killed across all universes, remember we are only immune because we opened the portal in France, but I am afraid this might not be permanent. I fear there is something M isn't telling me, and that there is not much time left for us. Now, can I just say, that was a fantastic cipher message. Treyarch have literally smashed the cipher game out the park with Zetsubou no Shima, and at the moment we aren't quite sure who exactly this cipher is written in the perspective of, but we can certainly speculate. Now, this isn't the first time we've heard mention of someone called M. There is a cipher in Shadows of Evil which actually ends by the character who is called M, and we still aren't sure of the identity of M. There is a good chance that M could just stand for Maxis, and this is obviously just a short reference to Dr. Maxis. There's a good chance, but I feel like it's going to be more complicated than that. Someone we haven't heard much of yet is Dr. Monty. We now know that he's produced the perk bottles as well as the gobblegums within this universe, so he's going to be playing some sort of important role, and there is that picture in the Giant of the KN-44 within the summoning key, and that was designed by him, so that is another good shout, but at the moment we aren't too sure. The part about the end saying that they're only immune because they opened the portal in France is a direct reference to the end of the Origins Easter egg, where they opened the portal to Argatha, allowing Maxis to help us and our characters to save the children. Now, the most intriguing part in the cipher to me is the end bit that says, but I'm afraid this might not be permanent. I fear there is something M isn't telling me, and that there is not much time left for us. That is definitely putting a spanner in the works at how this isn't going to be the most perfect way to fix all the events, of course, killing the other versions of our characters in order to stop themselves from doing what they did in the original storyline. And with that last line, that is hinting very, very muchly at something that is going to go wrong during this process. Now, if this M character isn't Maxis, then it's someone very, very close to Maxis, and we can tell that through these two hidden radios on the map in Zetsubou no Shima, revealing a character who he has a lot of trust in.
Facility itself is shifting. I find myself reflecting on memories I am no longer sure are my own. Beyond the window, I saw. Should my supplies expire, I may soon follow suit. I saw a scourge visited upon the earth. I saw the children withered before my eyes. That was before he came. Samantha has been returned to me once more. As have you, Edward. As have you. He explained everything to me. He will explain everything to you. Though his very presence defied logic, defied reason, he told me that he would help. I could not refuse.
Now, From these two radio messages, we can gather that through our characters going through and killing the original versions of ourselves and changing the events of history is affecting not only the characters but also Dr. Maxis itself. He is seeing reality shifting. He is seeing a reflection of memories that he's no longer sure are his own. Now, there's an obvious reason why his memories are no longer his own, as well as a rather complicated reason, and we'll go into that a little bit later in this video. Now, looking at the more simplified reason on why his memories are no longer his own, and that's because the two worlds are slowly merging together. He saw a vision of the world which was a wasteland stretching as far as the eye could see. A scourge visited upon the earth, and he saw the children dying before his very eyes. And that was before this strange character arrived. And then Samantha was returned to him once more, as has Edward. And whoever this character is explained everything to Dr. Maxis and will very soon explain everything to us. And through his very presence defied logic, defied reason, he told Dr. Maxis that he would help, and Maxis could not refuse. Now, who on earth could this person be? Well, we had another cipher on this map which suggests that we're going to be seeing the return of Gersh, the sort of hidden voice soul during the Ascension Easter egg, making a return in the next map, which we're assuming to be Nikolai's map with the Stalingrad location. There is a small chance that this person that Maxis is talking about could be Gersh, or someone that Maxis knows very well and trusts. At this point in time, I have absolutely no idea, but it seems with the way the storyline is going and how our worlds are merging, we're seeing even more overlap, and characters that we previously thought were written off out the story or were just never fully explained coming back into the picture. So for all we know, Gersh could be the person Maxis is talking about, or another character in the storyline which we haven't really focused on too much before. Now, if you're hearing this, you've managed to make it all the way through almost to the end of the video, and I really appreciate it. If you have enjoyed it, let me know your thoughts so far of this in the comments section. Now, you're here because you want to hear the more complicated explanation of why Maxis' memories are no longer his own, and there is another cipher on the map which is in the underwater section where you have to unclog the turbine in order to get the power on, and this cipher was discovered by certain Personio. I'll link again his thread where he managed to figure this out on the Call of Duty Zombies forum. Now, this hidden message says, Richtofen must understand that using these teleporters to jump between dimensions is both dangerous and imprecise. At any point, the fabric of space-time could collapse if the proper amounts of 115 are not maintained. I'm also concerned about the unknown effects of trans-dimensional jumps. I've noticed even with my brief travels that new memories and emotions have flooded my mind, suddenly appearing from nowhere. I'm also sure something is happening on a molecular level as well. Now, only Dr. Maxis would know about this information about Richtofen jumping between the universes and exactly how it works. As we know through quotes in Zetsubou no Shima, it's apparent now that their memories are being affected by the element 115 and the constant trans-dimensional jumps. What's interesting here though is it's Dr. Maxis that is speaking this perspective here about how his emotions and memories are being flooded in his mind, when for all we know he is just trapped in the ether and he's simply guiding us on this path. It's never been clear until this cipher that Maxis is actually doing some sort of trans-dimensional jumps between dimensions of his very own. So not only are our crew led by Richtofen jumping between dimensions, changing the events of history, but it seems Dr. Maxis is doing some own work himself, perhaps cleaning up anything that Richtofen may have mistakenly done when changing the events of history in one particular location. The most interesting part of the cipher to me is the last sentence saying, I'm also sure something is happening on a molecular level as well. Now that is all to do with the idea of DNA and changing him in some way. I wouldn't go so far as to push the idea of it being a physical change, but we've never seen Maxis in the flesh apart from that one image in Origins. He has always been a voice or in some sort of electronic system. It's never been a fully physical form that we've actually seen face face to face, and this could be something that is finally happening here with Max's jumping. It's sort of changing him and almost becoming a physical body form for him. Zetsubou no Shima specifically focuses a lot on DNA and a lot of changing with element 115 in order to cause all these weird freak perversions of nature, and we can even include Takeo 1.0 in this, as in the boss fight, he is actually sort of half human, half plant zombie boss. It's weird, and you've got to take him down by shooting this special weapon that you've created in order to get him free from this weird kind of mutation. So the idea of Maxis becoming a fully physical body is definitely not out the window at the end of that cipher, and I think it would answer a ton of questions because we've never seen Maxis in a physical form for ourselves, literally walking around before, so this could be quite exciting. This video has gone on for a lot longer than I expected, but I really hope you guys enjoyed it, as I really enjoyed making it, and if you did, make sure to drop it a like rating. I would appreciate that, and leave your thoughts on any of the things discussed in this down below in the comment section, and subscribe for more if you want to see more awesome videos like this one. But thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on another one soon.